This is a locksmith, yeah.
I'll go notice for you.
So this property is under trust.
Please remember, court staff are not legally qualified and cannot give legal advice. For general civil and family matters, please select option 1.
So, as the bailiff attempted to climb over the wall, he was hit with a pole. Another bailiff was hit over the head with a bucket and had oil chucked on him. But the judge ruled that because you've been told that here's the contract, and if you continue, force can be used. You're accepting that term. So the judge ruled that they'd accepted it. So the Crown made a decision to offer no evidence because you've been told if you turn up on the property, anything happens, the CPS can't protect you.
So the bailiff would have put an eviction notice through the door, and that's probably the one she's got to make sure.
No. Well, this is a photocopy. We can get this anywhere online. We've proven that. We've gone online and we've pulled one off.
Video this, I'll be seizing your phone as evidence.
No, you won't. That's assault. That's assault. Have you got a warrant? Excuse me. Can I see your warrant? Yeah.
So basically, anybody representing a trust can act on behalf of the trust. Make and sell things, buy things, sell things, and then it's all in the name of the trust. And that's legal.
Yeah, that's for you, buddy.
What's that?
I'm here to a lady who's she's conveyed title of a property into trust, and bailiffs are trying to seize it, but Dr. Ultraviras, obviously trust deals with equity in the High Court. So we're just here to protect the property, Mark.
I did notice a van turned up earlier.
Yeah.
The locksmith.
Yeah, locksmith, yeah. He was served some paperwork, I believe, and he's now stepped down and gone.
I actually got some footage. I'll just show the people what that is.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you in a minute.
Of course.
I'm here for your safety, make sure nothing happens to you, and if it does, we'll get it on camera.
All right.
And then we'll use it to prosecute them.
All right.
What are you doing today?
Who are you working for then?
So I'm here independently just to record what's happening today.
All right.
What's your job? Are you a locksmith?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had to come here, mate. I've had a long drive.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that accent, Leicestershire.
No, Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire. Sheerish.
So here we have the locksmith. The bailiffs haven't arrived yet. Had a quick chat with him. Seems chatty enough. Last van that turned up, I think it was the locksmith, they had bald tyres and they ended up having to be escorted away with the police. I think that was a big fine and 6 points, because I think they had 2 bald tyres.
I just thought I'd give you an update. We just spoke with someone in traffic. We're going to follow him up to garage, because we can do that, obviously, as police escort, and they're going to go and get it changed. So we're following him up now. So they are allowed to drive off, because we're following him up to garage.
I have heard that before, if it's a police escort.
Yeah, we've just double-checked. He's checked with someone in traffic, so we're going to go up and...
Where's your traffic
Again, it's not about
traffic, it's they're based up at Ops Complex. And
so are they going to turn up before he moves?
No, we're going to follow him up. It's us that's going to end up taking him up. So
all right.
We'll get off so we can go and sort that out. But have a lovely day, all of you.
Again, can I just say, it's not about causing unnecessary trouble. It's that if they're coming in an official capacity.
I know, and things like that. And obviously we wouldn't have seen it before anyway.
I think it's a bit of a concern now, so...
Gareth, just tell him to wait until we follow him up.
You want to tell him what? Hang on, you're just spinning around and coming back to that. Alright, don't pull off with them until we're following you, alright? You're premature, so haven't you?
Well, it appears you've done a good job today.
What, sorry?
It appears you've done a good job today.
Oh, we do try.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to actually see this kind of lawful behaviour.
He's just turning around because he's got to come back out this end, and then we're following him along to a pre-booked appointment that he's made to get it swapped.
He should never have even come out. I mean, I'm not being funny, but like, they're meant to be representing the courts. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah.
That is a joke. That's representing the courts. Shows how corrupt the court system is.
So we'll sort that. So we'll sort him to a pre-booked appointment. All right.
Just to let you know, we're not going to interfere with what you need to do today. Obviously, the bailiffs are going to turn up or not.
I'm only here to do what I'm doing, mate. I've got to change the locks, and that's it for me, mate.
Yeah,
that's all I've been asked to come here and do.
Do you know any history about what's happening today?
I ain't got a clue, mate.
Do you know what?
I'm a builder at the end of the day, mate.
Do you know what I'd advise you to do?
What's that?
Ask the people behind the gate to explain what it's all about, and they'll probably help you understand.
I don't get involved, I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm not getting involved in it. I've just come here and been asked to change some door locks, and that's it. So.
Right.
I've got notice for you.
This is a locksmith, yeah.
I'll go notice for you.
So this property is under trust. So it is.
Yeah, that's why I say you should probably find out what's going on. You know what I mean?
Property. Obviously, we have got police assisting these jobs, which is 40 years in jail for assisting bailiffs under the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015. So this is a lot.
There'll be a lot of cameras around today. Yeah.
We're going to find out if he's going to be complicit enough to break into this house and commit crimes against the people.
Do you believe there's a warrant in place? And have you have you seen the warrant?
Oh, yeah.
Because you need to see the warrant yourself. You know what I mean? To justify your lawful activity today. It might explain more on the notice that they're going to give you.
So obviously people watching this, guys.
This is to protect you for your own safety.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a notice. It's to warn any trespass against the property. He's giving you this notice. It's not a threat, it's not a fray, it's not bodily harm, and there's no grievous bodily harm. It's an offer to contract, and by proceeding, you'll confirm that you accept these terms and conditions.
It's all right,
that's the case number. In Chester Crown Court, that was a judge, and any visit will incur a £5,000 fee that you will have to pay yourself personally.
Right.
Now this, this is to protect you, because I don't want you to get a £5,000 fee. I'm sure you don't. The last thing you want against your business is a CCJ, isn't it? So, having been told that necessary force will be used to prevent the trespass, you've seen these people here, so this is to protect you. This is from CPS. This is actually CPS, which tells you, when CPS are confirming in that case what you can do and what you can't do. And the important thing is, it was all on video. So, as the bailiff attempted to climb over the wall, he was hit with a pole. Another bailiff was hit over the head with a bucket and had oil chucked on him. But the judge ruled that because you've been told that here's the contract, and if you continue, force can be used. You're accepting that term. So the judge ruled that they'd accepted it. So the Crown made a decision to offer no evidence, because you've been told if you turn up on the property, anything happens, the CPS can't protect you.
And then, yeah, that's for you, buddy.
What's that?
It could be money.
It's
It's not a bribe, I don't think.
You going? Sound like that.
Just stick around and observe. Just observe. See what I'm. Yeah. Can I just say to you, when the bailiffs come, come stand behind the camera and just watch what happens.
Yeah.
All right, that's just to let them know that it's private.
It's on video, you've seen the notice, mate. It's just to protect you.
We are peaceful people. It's just these that aren't.
What's happening here today then? It looks like the locksmith may not actually go ahead with it. But, you know, he's here to do a job. He doesn't know any different. And the bailiffs, if they do turn up, that will be interesting. At least the locksmith turned up. But where are the bailiffs? Because it's 10:30. So as you can see there, the locksmith is watching some previous house evictions on Bannerman. I wonder what will be going through his mind when he drives away. And behind me, a black van drives slowly towards the house. A bailiff or not? We'll have to wait and see.
He's just gone down.
Yeah, with intention. Yeah, so just decide.
Have they actually said to you go?
Hey.
Have they actually said you...
Well, it's nice to meet you, and your officer's told you to go. That means the bailiffs aren't coming.
I don't know, mate.
Anyway, you take care. Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Fencing. Right, so the locksmith's driving away. The bailiff can't really do anything without a locksmith. The thing is, the bailiffs can't get in the house without a locksmith.
Yeah, but they might have arranged another locksmith.
So there could be another locksmith on the way. So now the locksmith has actually drove off.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
He's a wise man.
The bailiff, did he turn up?
Not as yet.
Still early days, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
What time are we on down, do you know?
It is 11:20.
And the appointment was for 10:30.
Yeah.
Now, last week in Coventry, just over a week ago, the bailiff came 3/4 of an hour late.
Yeah.
And then disappeared as quick as they turned up.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting now what's happening?
It is.
People becoming more aware of things that could potentially be dodgy paperwork.
It is, but as they say, Mark, a man who doesn't know his rights has got none, as far as these people are concerned. So we've just got to educate the people and make them stand up for the rights, because the next generation is relying on us.
I do know you was in court in Liverpool a few weeks ago. I couldn't make it. Sorry about that, because I've got food poisoning.
Yeah, no problem.
But basically, I've got your video footage, and I'll include a little bit here.
Okay, well, I'm going to video this. I'll be seizing your phone as evidence.
No, you won't. That's assault. That's assault. Have you got a warrant? Excuse me. Can I see your? Can I see your warrant?
Yeah.
What's the judge's name? Do you understand?
If you're going to carry on,
Do you understand? No. Where's your warrant?
It's my.
Can I see this gentleman's warrant?
So
who is this man? Who is this man? This man just knocked my father out of the father in bed. Where's your warrant though? Can I see your wetting signature warrant, please?
Yeah, I want to see your
Because
warrant.
that's your duty, you know. Your duty bound to produce that.
I want to see your warrant.
Where is? How am I obligated to you? How am I obligated to you?
Show me the warrant.
Wetting signature warrant. What's your name?
I don't know.
What's your name?
Michael.
What's your name? Is your name Michael? You haven't got a warrant. You've got no right being in here. You've got no right being in here. Officer 5891. That's it. Let's see, what's the judge's name? What's the judge's name then? Will it go on?
Right.
What's the judge's name? What's the judge's name? Or what's your name?
Michael.
What's your name?
Michael.
What, your name's Michael?
You're going to listen.
Your name's Michael?
You're going to 5891.
No, let's see the warrant. I'll come with you. Let's see the warrant though. Who's the name on the bottoms? That's fucking messing with me now. What's your name? What's your surname? What's your surname?
My name is 5891 based on.
Well, that's a corporation, so you've got no business here. Come on. Hey, video this.
You show me your warrant.
Hey, stop it, look.
I want to see
If
your
you
warrant.
don't ask, just come in.
You know what?
see
I'm
your
just giving you the
warrant.
best of you.
I'm
You don't
not letting
video.
him go with you.
Yeah.
You've
okay,
assaulted him upstairs. You,
I'm allowed
excuse
to-
me.
I'm allowed to use force.
I am not
Should
letting
you
him
be
go with you.
I'm going to bring you.
That's surrendered, Mr. Brown. Get to his custody. 10 minutes ago, yeah. Where's
You're
that
not
bed?
bringing me anyway.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Hey.
This is burglary. This is assault and burglary. This is assault and burglary.
Your hands
This is
off
assault and burglary.
me! Raise your hands at me and I'll let go. Do not raise your hands at me. Do not.
Look, it's gonna wreck the bloody house. This
Lads. Look at the face in his face.
I know what I'm saying. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
And I still want your name, Mr. Number.
His name. He's a fucking corporation.
Mr. Number.
You won't give it his name.
Assault.
You won't
Police
give it his
officer.
name. He's on
I
camera.
want your name.
Don't have slippers on the floor, please.
I hope you can sleep tonight. Your card's numbered now. You.
There's the slippers down.
Hope you've got a good picture of him.
Hey, your son's just attacked me. So
Yeah. You told me it's happening.
It's all video, love.
As you just heard by the cameraman, the police officer was the one who did the attacking. Why would the police officer not just show the alleged warrant? Then just maybe, blood may not be all over his shirt and on his hands. This has been to court. Michael very briefly now explains what happened.
Well, I went in and on the paperwork, Mark, it's actually a commercial name. It's in Dog Latin Glossa, which means it's an incorporate name. So with that in mind, it must be a Nisi Prius court, which is a contractual court. So far, I've been given any verified criminal complaint, so it can't be a criminal matter. And it must be a commercial interest, which is to do with the bonds. But I've actually conveyed power of attorney into a private trust, so I believe the court itself is acting ultra vires as trusts deal with equity in a high court.
Ultra vires acting out of law.
Yeah.
No longer do people get the intra vires acting within the law. It seems to be. Can I just say then, I have actually seen the video footage where a police officer came to your house with an alleged warrant.
Yeah, well, I've just been served some paperwork, Mark. And I've requested this alleged warrant. On the video, you see me request it several times. The guy wouldn't give it. He was quite angry that I was videoing him. He wouldn't identify himself, kept showing me his corporate number, which is a corporation. So you know what, I can't speak to corporations being a man. So the warrants have never been produced. Several data subject access requests were served upon the courts, the police, and no warrants ever been produced. Now I've just received this in the post, and it's got the warrants, the alleged warrants from the alleged assault, what the policeman's saying I done. But the original warrant is still not showing up.
What I find interesting,
which is fraud.
What I find interesting on that paperwork, I saw it earlier, is there's a crest on it, and I find that a very odd crest.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that crest before?
No, and there's no signature of the original author of the warrant. And the policeman who came, who's claiming I assaulted him, he said it was issued by a court, which is a physical impossibility because a court can't even handle a pen. You know, it's made of brick.
As a matter of public interest, are you okay to share that document with the crest on? Obviously, I'll blur out any information you want.
Of course, yeah. I mean, it's you can see it's not you know, it's not an authentic warrant. It's got no water.
So as a matter of public interest, I'll just show people this.
Of course, yeah.
That's the crest, and warrant of arrest offence without bail. It's not even signed, I don't believe, but anyway, let's see what happens. Oh, a van's turning up. Maybe not. Don't know what's happening here, but false alarm. Interesting. So that's a warrant. Page 1 of 1. Very interesting crest. Like I said, they'll have to justify that crest. I'm pretty sure they'll try to.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've never seen one before like that. Are they not supposed to be signed?
Yeah, well, they are supposed to be signed and they're supposed to be stamped. And if it's commercial, it's got to be supported by an affidavit. I haven't seen none of that. It just seems there's quite a lot of fraud going on, and fraud unravels everything. But as I say, it appears we've got a joint criminal enterprise, corporate enterprise, to curtail a sovereign national's rights under the colour of law. So you just have to, you know, establish your standing under the English Constitution. No United Kingdom body corporate statutes, creatures and statutes. A man, a flesh and blood, and a sovereign national. Poor policeman, he's got injuries to his fist where he was punching me with handcuffs.
If the police officer is claiming to have injuries to his fist, and Michael has received injuries from the police officer, then there is definitely blood on the police officer's hands, whether it be his own, Michael's, or both.
Well, I mean, you can see the blood that's gushing out from my eyebrow. You know, that's proof that where the blood flows, the flesh lives. So what they're doing to me is peonage.
Your mother, a very brave lady, had to watch that police officer assault you, batter you.
Well, he's saying in his statement I was using my mother as a human shield, which is also defamation of character. You know, but the thing is, Mark, with tyranny, once the fraud's exposed, all they've got is brute force. So we've just got to stand together and keep exposing what we're doing.
That video footage, would it be all right to include it of the police officer coming to your house?
Of course, yeah, I've gone on tired.
The whole footage?
The whole footage, yeah. I can give you an unedited version if you need it, Mark.
Okay, this is for the people now to watch what happened to Michael by this police officer.
1:10 in the morning.
We've got 5891.
Officer 5891 in a corporate capacity. In a corporate capacity. You've got listen. We've got Mr. Michael Furlong, and the officer is looking for him in his custody. So we are going to surrender Mr. Michael Furlong into the officer's custody now.
What have you done, the murder?
No.
Am I right to tell you, Mum?
There's a copy of that. There's a copy of that for you.
I don't need
He's
that.
in your custody now, though.
What?
What's your name in your private capacity? He's in your custody. That's the person you're looking for. He was in court. He has no warrant. So what's your name in your private capacity? Because this is no kidnapping, and there's a fee schedule attached to this. You need to speak to a power of attorney.
Okay. Mike, if you're going to video this, I'll be seizing your phone as evidence.
No, you won't. That's assault. That's assault. Have you got a warrant? Excuse me. Can I see your warrant?
Yeah.
What's the judge's name?
I'm having the warrant.
All right, Mum, I'll go with him. I'll go with him. Let me see the warrant. Let me see the warrant.
Just go and get
Let me see the warrant. A digital warrant.
now.
A digital warrant.
It's very
You're messing a wet ink signature warrant.
I do believe that Michael would have gone with the police officer, because Michael does say in the full video that he would. If the police officer did have a warrant, then he had a duty to show it. This full video will be released on Friday the 13th day of December 2024. Now back to the telephone calls inquiring about the bailiff and the alleged elusive warrant.
Hello, you have reached the Doncaster Justice Centre North. Unfortunately, this building has been temporarily closed for safety reasons. Operations are continuing across other sites. Please listen to the following carefully for more specific contact information. If your call relates to a warrant of control, please press 1 now. If your call relates to an outstanding magistrate, for general civil and family matters, please select option 1. If you need to speak to the warrant of control team, please select option 2. Please remember, Court staff are not legally qualified and cannot give legal advice. For general civil and family matters, please select option 1. If you need to speak to the warrant of control team, please select option 2.
Warrant.
Please remember, court staff are not legally qualified.
Doncaster Warrant Office.
Hi, okay. Can I give you an alleged warrant number, please?
Which area do you live in first?
Doncaster.
Doncaster, yep. And the warrant number, please?
Well, the claim number, alleged claim number, L0PP,
Yep.
or LOPP, is it? 6230.
630. Oh, I've not got anything under that.
What about warrant number? Alleged warrant number.
Yeah, I'll take the warrant number.
5A39.
5A, okay.
5A. A.
Yeah, 5839.
5771.
Okay, I think you might be talking to the wrong office because our warrant number would start A1A, not 5A.
Right, well, is this probably because it's come from the actual company, not the court? Because it's got a photocopied stamp on, so it's not an original court seal by any means. And also, it's not even signed by a judge, so I can only assume that that's not come from a court.
The letter from this office, it wouldn't be signed by a judge or anything.
Well, it's even in your own procedurals that it has to be. And it says on the recording you're not legally trained, so you're making an assumption there that you can't, you can't back up.
This office doesn't send anything signed by a judge, but something might come from a different office before us.
Well, no, we're talking about a notice of eviction here, which needs to be...
Oh, it's an eviction. Okay, I'll give you the... she's not in today. It's not this office that deals with evictions. It's someone else. She's not in today, but she's being covered by someone. I'll see if I can get a number for her. I'll just be a second.
Go on.
When's the eviction date?
Well, it was supposed to be today, so you've gone over your deadline. So you've missed your appointment.
What's the date? Sorry, the time. Sorry.
Today. So you've sent the locksmith. We've basically shown him the evidence, and we've shown him how what he's going to do is illegal for a start, and unlawful. So we understood that, and he's disappeared. So they're turning up, and they can't prove anything that's come from a court. Now, what you're basically doing. So what we could do now is go and set up a company, go and issue a fraudulent warrant that's claiming to be from a court with a photocopy stamp. And by the way, we've found this online as well. So we have found this exact copy of this paper, alleging to be a warrant online. So anyone can print this out. I could print one out for you now, and I could fax that over, and I can come and claim your car. Because that's what you're saying. See, people are coming to take a property, but they can't prove the claim. Now, the claim is, who has lent us the money for the property? Why does the money get paid into a personal bank because you're the creditor? So when you're credited the money, it goes to whoever's purchasing the house, not the bank, and then the bank doesn't lend it to you. So it's a total fraud. So this is an adverse claim. At the moment, this is clearly a fraudulent piece of paper. So this is uttering a document. So, and that's a criminal offence. So we need to get to the bottom of who's issued this. If it's not been signed and sealed by the court and signed by the judge, and then, we need to find out who's issued this and who's uttering documents.
Okay, so I'll go talk to the person that's covering the woman that normally deals with it. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Can I have that case number again, please? She's going to have a look on the system.
The alleged claim number or the alleged warrant number?
The claim number, please.
It's L0PP 6230.
Okay. I'll be back in another second.
Thank you. Quick, run, they're on to us.
Red-handed.
option for don't know what that is, and then you want the option for enforcement. Okay, so what that says, through those emails, okay, and we should get the warrant tomorrow. So if you're going to phone us, please, if you have to 10 o'clock in the morning, so we get transferred for the day. Okay? And even if you phone us to say what you're doing, like, I'm filling in a full time form, just so they're aware of that. Because while that form is being processed, there's no enforcement on it, because it's all, pending. So,
Explaining how a warrant works. That'll be interesting if we can get that louder on that.
Obviously, this woman on phone after the call.
hi there.
Hi, you okay?
I'm filling in for the bailiff clerk today. How can I help you?
Hi, okay. So what department are you from?
Well, I'm the civil section at the county court.
Right, okay. Well, this is sort of... Yeah, what's your name, please?
Miss Braithwaite.
Chris Braithwaite.
Miss Braithwaite.
Miss Braithwaite, okay. Right, so basically, well, you've got the number. I don't like explaining myself twice, but...
I've got a number. Can you just confirm the address?
Right, so the address is...
Okay. Yep.
And that's... I'll give you the postcode. Oh, yeah, sorry, DN.
Yes, yep.
What's that there? Oh, yes.
So how may I help you?
Yeah, so there's been a notice of eviction, but obviously, the other ladies said that it's not even from there, basically, because she's not aware of it. So she can't confirm that this is a legitimate warrant.
It is a legitimate warrant, I can confirm that.
Is it? So why is it photocopied? So there must be an original copy, and it's got to be an original seal from the court. That's a photocopy.
The bailiff. So the bailiff will have put an eviction notice through the door, and that's probably the one she's got to make sure.
No. Well, this is a photocopy. We can get this anywhere online. We've proven that. We've gone online and we've pulled one off, and we've sent that into the courts as well. Basically, we just want to get to the bottom of this warrant because, a judge needs to sign it, because even in your own procedure rules, it needs to be signed by a judge and it needs to be sealed from the court. And that hasn't been done. So you're in breach of your own procedure rules. So that voids any order that you think you've put on this property. And let me just make you aware, this is a private trust property.
Right. I'll be honest, I can't really talk to you. You're not a named party to this action, but
Well, it is. It is because I'm power of attorney for the trust.
Right. Well, all I can confirm is that a possession order was issued on this property.
But that's only hearsay. That's only your word, because the document I've got in front of me is not it's not a court document.
Well, a copy would have gone out to Miss at the time, so she would have had a copy in the post.
No, well, that's this is a private trust business. So unless I'm here to resolve the situation, what you need to do is you need to prove your claim. The bank needs to prove the claim. Now they've been notified that they need to prove their claim. Now,
right. Okay, I'm going to stop you there then, because I can't help you any further. I can only talk about procedure. This possession warrant's been issued. The warrant's been issued. As far as I'm aware, this is legitimate. If you think there's an error in law, you probably need to seek some legal advice and see what you can do.
No, well, I don't need to, because I'm fine with the law. It's you that has an issue with the law. So the issue is no one's turned up today. So what you've done is, you've missed your appointment.
Well, I don't know, because that will be down to the bailiff, and he'll be on his rounds. He won't be back into the office until tomorrow, so I don't know what's happened.
Do you want to give him a call or give us his phone number?
I can give you the bailiff's mobile number if that's what you're wanting.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, one moment there.
Complicit. So the lady on the phone is definitely complicit.
Get the name and company. And is that only the legally trained?
So the bailiff
bailiff is Mr. Bagshaw. And it's 07767
07767
323
323. And what company is that, please?
He works for the county court. He's a county court bailiff.
County Court Bailiff.
hmm
So, but why has this not been in front of a judge, and why has it not been signed? Because in procedure rules it clearly states that. So you're not above the law, and it states that in maxims of law. So, you know, how can you not have the correct paperwork to come to the property?
I'm saying it has been before the court and a possession order has been issued.
But you're saying that the bailiff has got the original warrant.
He's got the warrant, yes.
Yeah. So, but all the warrants that the bailiffs are producing that we attend are fraudulent warrants. They're not signed. They're not sealed. You're lucky if you've even got a photocopied seal on.
Well, perhaps that's a matter you can take up with the bailiff. As far as I'm aware today, he will have gone to the property with a sealed warrant.
No one's been here today. No, so he's missed his appointment anyway. So obviously that's going to have to go back through the court, but it needs to be legitimately done. It needs to go in front of a judge. It needs a mine put into it, and then it needs to be signed for him to take accountability.
Why don't you ring the bailiff and see what's happened? It may be that the claimants have withdrawn it. Maybe that's why he's not at the property. So give the bailiff a ring, and he perhaps can confirm why he's not attended today.
Right. Okay. So who's the judge that's dealt with this matter?
I can't speak to you about it because you're not on record. All I can do is talk about procedure. I can speak to.
Yeah, but I'm phoning a court and speaking to someone that's not legally trained. So that's a bit hypocritical, isn't it? You know, you're saying you can't talk to me, but I can't talk to you because you're incapable of having a conversation. Because
I can't talk about the details of this because you're not. If she's there or she gives permission.
It doesn't matter because I'm the trustee for that account.
It does. I can only suggest now that you contact the bailiff and see if he's prepared to speak to you and to why he's not attended it. It might be that the claimants have withdrawn it because he would have rung the claimants this morning to see if it was still ongoing.
Right, well, the name that's on this document, there's no one there of that name.
Well, I can't help you any further because the bailiff's on his rounds. You'd be best to give him a ring and see what he found when he got to the property.
Right, but I'm dealing with the court, so I want to resolve it with the court.
I can't because everything has been followed and you're not the named person.
But how has everything been followed when you're uttering fraudulent documents?
A claim form was issued.
A claim form? What's a claim form?
A claim form has been issued through the court where the claimants applied for possession of the property.
So who's the judge?
I can't give these details out because you're not the named person.
But you can. It's simple. You know, there must be a judge that's issued this. I'm sat here with the paperwork in front of me.
Is there anything new that you want me to ask me?
Right, I'll phone the bailiff, but we'll be in touch then. Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
She couldn't wait to
Just like banging your head against the wall, innit?
So is that so what she's doing is she won't. The judge is called District Judge Diva. Okay, just listen.
He's not even a practicing judge. Yeah, come on this week.
Oh, it's all right. I didn't know if I was on the thing. This District Judge Diva isn't even registered as being a district judge. There's no record of it. All there is a solicitor that works for or has worked for Rotherham County Council or something. Yeah.
So District Judge Diva, is that female or male?
I think it's a male.
I thought divas were female.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting phone call that.
But apparently something came through, and that was the name on it. But there's but there's no record of anybody of that name.
No judge, but a solicitor.
Yes.
That name.
Are you going to ring the bailiff now, or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, ring the bailiff.
That's what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Criminals.
Hello.
Hi, okay. Am I speaking to Mr. Bagshaw?
Who's calling, please?
Well, we're waiting for you to turn up to an alleged eviction.
What do you mean we're waiting for me to turn up to an alleged eviction?
Well, apparently you're supposed to be coming today to evict people.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Where are you? You've missed your appointment, buddy. Do you want the postcode?
Oh, the fraudulent bailiffs.
Can I say,
crimes.
can I say, just ring him back, and because he might have caught the button. Give him a
Yeah,
chance,
he
give him a
might have,
chance.
might they? Benefit of the doubt and that, innit?
Try again. Obviously, they don't like to answer.
Okay, shift down. Try again.
Ask him if he's still living there.
Yes, it does.
He drives in any
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hiya, mate, you're right. We got cut off there. I don't know if you dropped your phone while you were driving or something, but yeah, we're still waiting here for you. So if you want to give us a ring back, because apparently the court have said you've got the original eviction warrant, so that should have an embossed seal and a signature off the judge with the name of the judge as well. So unless you've got that, I wouldn't bother coming to this property, because if you do, you'll be in cable ties as quick as you come here, okay?
Can I say, you obviously spoke to the bailiff there. What's your opinion about that bailiff? In your opinion, first judgment.
Idiot. Yeah, it's just the same old shit every time, isn't it? So it's what we're going to do about it. We're going to keep doing this and buzzing them off, or you know what I mean? Something has to give, doesn't it? Because this is people's time, people's energy that they're doing this, and you know everyone can see the fraud now, can't they?
I do believe you might want to say something. Don't to pass the mic.
Just a few words, really. But what's happening is the banks, okay, are working with claimants, solicitors, estate agents, bailiffs, even the police, and they're all working fraudulently together and covertly. And I think that's really what we need to be pointing out here, okay. And it's always on fraudulent documentation. But basically, they're all complicit, they're all working together, and I think what you've seen today is just proof of the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the solicitors as well.
And dodgy auction houses, of course. So, you know what you've
What's
got...
the name of the auction house who's actually dealing with this?
Well, there's no auction house dealing with this at
What about the
present.
other property?
But let's, yeah, I mean, we've had Auction House South Yorkshire involved, but we know that this is, you know, across the board, they're doing this all over the country at the moment. And these companies have been set up specially for that purpose. If you look into these companies, they've all been set up within the past few years. And basically what they're doing is they're fraudulently asset stripping from the lower sectors of society, taking away their homes, and it's all premeditated. Okay, and that's what's
One thing I'd like to ask you, if you can answer. If you can't, don't worry about it. Auction House has sold one of the properties 2 or 3 times. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you just tell me what's happened there?
But that's the thing. But because they've done that, you've got now 3 owners that have now give it back to the same company to sell it. So you've got the company that know they're in fraud. Now you've got the people that have bought the house that are then passing it on to sell it again. And then they're not telling the new owner. You know, it's just it's dragging more and more people into the fraud by selling these properties illegally, and you know it's just drawing more people in committing these crimes that aren't aware of what's going on. You know, but where does it stop? But what they're going to do is dig themselves a deep enough hole where it is going to start pissing people off enough when you know people are going to start dealing with it, aren't they? And that's what needs to happen.
Because the house is in a private trust, you know, they breached GDPR, Article 6.1f. Data processing requires a legitimate interest. The use of her name for enforcement purposes is neither lawful nor legitimate, as the property is owned by a private trust and the trustee has no personal liability. These breaches are compounded by the failure to perform a proper due diligence before initiating legal proceedings. They've also breached equitable principles. The fiduciary protection. Trustees hold a legal title to trust property purely for the benefit of the beneficiaries. You have unlawfully sought to impose personal liability on the trustee, contrary to the well-established principle that trustees are not personally liable for trust obligations. It's an improper jurisdiction. The magistrate court lacks the authority to adjudicate disputes involving trust assets and fiduciary obligations. As such, matters fall under the exclusive jurisdiction of courts of equity. For example, a High Court and a Chancery Division.
So basically, anybody representing a trust can act on behalf of the trust.
Yeah.
Make and sell things, buy things, sell things. And then it's all in the name of the trust.
Yeah.
And that's legal.
Yeah, well, that's equity.
Yeah.
That's equity.
That's equity.
And in the eyes of their system, that's legal.
Yeah, but it's like any
See, I don't understand
beneficiary, but any benefit, any trustee has to benefit the beneficiary because they're in breach of a fiduciary obligation to that beneficiary as the trustee. And this is what the courts, the judges, they're supposed to be trustees, but they're not. They're just...
They're fraudulently trying to process people in inferior administrative law, law courts. It's all administration, and they haven't got legitimate contract to do so.
The law's got to be seen to be upheld, and administrative courts are odious at law, and that's coming from Halsby's law, which it's just massive fraud. It's a joint criminal corporate enterprise to curtail a man's rights under the colour of law.
I have heard of lots of trust with government and things like that as well. They have trust, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's how they operate, isn't it? The legals for the dead, isn't it?